Good morning, guys. Soon to be Dr. G here with Gallagher Farm Ranch. Today I just wanted to show you a couple things that we've done, specifically our tomato trellising. I think it's a really cool, simple, cheap idea, and it's actually working out really well. So I figured that would be something good to share with you guys and just kind of show you. Plus, the supplies I got for it actually have multiple purposes. So let's go check those out. All right. So originally, the plan was we have this old, what is it? Clothes hanger. I'm sounding like I'm stupid. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, clothesline. Jeez. So originally the plan was, you can see this green string up here, and we were going to tie a string from the green string down to each plant and then kind of trellis the tomatoes up that. And it was just not working out quite right. We had some helpers with putting the tomatoes in, and so they didn't quite end up in a line. They more so ended up like zigzagged. And so we had to come up with another way to do it, and this is what we ended up landing on. So these sticks are, let me show you, about 4.5, 5 foot long. I want to say they're 5 foot long because I'm 5'2". So, and they're in the ground about 5-6 inches. So these are just little bamboo sticks from Walmart. I want to say they were like $6.50 for 12 of them. And all we've done is we took one on each side. So there's one on each side. Let me see if I can get my shadow out of there. And we literally just zigzagged the string up and down them. So we put one on each side, and then we just kind of trellised the tomatoes within them. So we actually originally had this plant here, this tomato one, in a tomato cage, and it just wasn't doing too well. The tomato cage was too wide for it when it got its first set of like branches and stuff, and so by doing this we were able to cater it to the size that the tomato plant was at that time, but then also allow it to get bigger. So we've done that. We actually just added a bunch of them in, so you can see how it's working for the Romas. It's now holding all those tomatoes off the ground. So last week, I don't know if you guys noticed in my video, but a lot of these Romas were actually tipped over and laying on the ground because of the weight of the fruit. And so by putting them on these trellises, now those are being held up, even though the plants are small. If I had a regular traditional tomato cage on them, the tomato cage actually wouldn't even be really touching those branches at all. So this is working really great for that. But they're just a simple bamboo stick with some regular twine, nothing fancy. At the end of it, we can just pull them up. I can save the sticks if I want, throw out the twine. Or like I said, it was $6.50 for 12 of them. So I got, believe it or not, there are actually 36 sticks between all of these. And I got all of them for like, I want to say it was like 20 bucks. The other thing I'm using these same sticks for are, ow, that hurt, are my beans here. So these are my pole beans. And I just made a little teepee out of them, and now they're climbing that, so you can kind of see. And I just, again, tied it with some string, nothing crazy or fancy, but it gave the pole beans something to climb up, so they're much happier. That being said, I think all in all, it took us maybe 30-45 minutes to do the tomatoes all together. And then the bean pole one, I think, took me like 4 minutes, if that. And that was only because I needed a second set of hands, because trying to get the sticks to hold and then trying to tie it up at the same time definitely was a little bit of a feat. But anyway, so that's how we're going to do this from now on. I just think overall it's a lot easier. You can put them wherever you need. They come out a lot easier too. The string can just be cut off the sides of it if you want to save the poles. And it's not very expensive. Ow! Fly just bit me. Apparently the flies are really bitey today. Anyway, so that's our new technique for those, and we're really liking it. We've tried, just like for the record, we have tried, oh geez, I want to say like 20 different versions of trellising tomatoes. So this year, like I said, we were going to try the like one string trellis, and it just didn't work out. But actually I'm kind of glad it didn't, because I really like this version. But we've had tomato cages, we've done the fence stuff like this one over here. We've done putting them against fences and trellising them into the fence. We've done tying them up to the fence. We've done all sorts of stuff. We've done where like you put the tomato bushes so close together that they kind of use each other. And the reality is this has worked the best. So we're really happy with it, how it's come along, and it's nice because we can adjust the strings without having to move the plant, because that's something else that like we run into is, for instance, on this set over here, I have to trellis the branches into the wire. And so what ends up happening is, as I'm trying to put the branch into the wire to like turn it up or whatnot, it's either too short and won't go into the fence line or won't hold on the fence line, or it's too long, so when I try to bend it over, then it snaps. So that's another thing that I don't really care about with doing the fence line version. That makes this really easy, because I just pull the string looser or tighter and then I tighten it back up, and it makes it really easy to kind of adjust to the plant and the way the plant grows. So anyway, that's our tomato trellises. Different, at least than what I've seen before, so I really like it. I did see another version where you do basically the same thing, but you take the poles and you do a pole on each side of each tomato plant, and then you run the string between them. I think that would work really well too, and I think it would be really beneficial and have a lot of the same benefits, with the exception of you can't shoestring it as well, because there's a lot, sorry, these flies are biting me today. There's a lot of twine then to try and readjust, and so with these, you're only adjusting each individual plant. So anyway, I hope you guys like that. I am going to show you guys my green beans real quick because I finally have some, and then other than that, you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye. Okay, so here's the pumpkin from last week here, and this one here, and I'm super excited because dun, 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 I finally am getting green beans. I'm so excited. I love green beans. Green beans are one of my favorite vegetables, so to finally be getting some green beans is super, super exciting. I noticed them last night, and I was very, very excited about this. Anyway, like I said, guys, have a great week. We'll catch you next time. Bye.